Welcome back to another beautiful day in the land of music. My name is Douglas, and in today's quick tip, I'm going to be showing you what's included with the Akai MPC Key 37. Now, you might be looking to buy this and adding it to your collection of keyboards, or maybe it's your starter keyboard. You want to get into beat making and recording, and this is the keyboard that you're looking at purchasing. So if that's the case, you might be wondering, what do I actually get for sounds and effects and things like that? So first thing we're going to talk about is hardware, what's included, what's not included, and then next we're going to talk about what's kind of internal in the keyboard itself and what you would have to maybe go buy. So let's cover hardware first. And the MPC Key 37 comes with the keyboard, the power cord, and a USB cable. That's it in terms of what it comes with for kind of hardware type things. You can record right into the MPC Key 37. So you don't technically need a DAW, you don't technically need an audio interface. If you wanted to record microphones, that's where it starts to kind of cross the line because it's got 1/4-inch inputs on the back of the MPC Key 37, whereas maybe the Key 61 has 2 XLR inputs, so you could plug an XLR microphone. But that aside, what comes with it is the keyboard, the power cord, and the USB cable. No headphones, no sustain pedal, no control pedals, nothing like that. So I would recommend getting a sustain pedal along with the keyboard and then a decent pair of headphones. You really don't have to spend that much. You get a nice pair of studio headphones that sound really great. So that's what I would get along with the keyboard, the sustain pedal, and the headphones. Now, if you wanted to go out and get some studio monitors and things like that, you could do that as well. The other thing that you might want to pick up if you don't have a table or something like that to put it on is a stand. And I used a simple on-stage stand, but there's a lot of choices out there, and this is not a heavy keyboard, so you don't need to worry about getting one that can hold a lot of weight. So that's hardware, not much to talk about there, but I wanted to fill you in on what actually comes with it and then what I would get extra. And let's jump into it. So I've got the MPC Key 37 on, and let's go in and tap Empty Project because I want to show you, number one, what instrument plugins are included with this. Then we'll take a look at some of the effects and talk about some other things that you can buy to put onto here. So what comes with it is this first 2 rows of instruments here: Hype, Tube Synth, Odyssey, Selena, Mellotron, Bassline, Drum Synth, and Electric. Mini D down here is one that I just added to this. Right now, Akai's running a deal where you can get a free plugin with the registration of your MPC Key 37. So I would highly recommend doing that because that's going to give you, a 7th one, or you can use it on some effects as well. Before I just play you a sampling of sounds from the included plugins, I wanted to talk a little bit about the effects. So if we come over to our track view here, and we just open this little eye here to open up our insert effects and our volume slider and stuff like that, tap on the effects section, and we have 4 effect slots for each track in our project. And so what we can do here is we can tap down on our encoder, or we can double tap and see a list of the effects. I have not added any to this, so what is here is what comes with the MPC Key 37. Let's just scroll through a couple of these. So in delay and reverb, we have a whole bunch of delay, reverb, and HPLP plugins. There's a whole lot in here. It would take me a long time to go through all of them with you, but tons of choices, and some of them, like the Air plugins, are actually pretty nice. So come into like Air Reverb, and we can tap on the edit icon. And if you've worked with any sort of DAW or anything like that, the setup is very similar. So the orange means it's tied to our Q-Link knob. So I could come in here, adjust my pre-delay. I could tap on Q-Link and it jumps to the next, or I could just tap on any one of these and it jumps my orange box. So we can cycle between these. And then we have this high-low frequency as well that we could cycle between. So honestly, a lot of control within each of these plugins. And that's just the reverb. If we swap that out for maybe the delay and we do that instead, now I've got my different parameters for my delays. Let's come back out of here and let's delete this insert effect, and let's come in and collapse our delay reverb, which we can do by just tapping down on that and then going to our dynamics. So in here we have compressors, limiters, noise gates, some fun things like pumper that we can come in and we can use that effect to give us a pumper effect. So lots, honestly, again, it'd take me a long time to go through all of these, but this is where a lot of your duckers and your compressors are. Then we have EQs and filters. So again, these Air ones again, are pretty good. So we can come in here and edit our settings. Love that they've included so many filters, EQs, some different filter sweeps. And then we come down to harmonic. We have a bunch of air plugins here as well. So amp sim, got flavor. Now some of these are really fun because you come in here and you can do some real cool things with the different timbres. Just coming back here, we'll check out a few more. We collapse EQ filter. In harmonic as well, we have things like the touch effects. On the MPC Key 61, we had this little touch bar here that you could tie touch effects to. In here, it's tied to this little slider here. Still works pretty well though. Come back out here. Let's come into our effects, collapse harmonic. Come down to modulation. We have our flangers, our wahs, our stutters, all of those here. Again, lots of air plugins, which are the newer, more enhanced ones. Vocal, we have vocal doubler, harmonizer, and tuner. Really cool stuff. Like you can come in here for the tuner and it gives you a bit of an auto tune. It's not perfect, but it is an auto tune. Come down to our last one here, our vintage effects. We have MPC 3000, SP 1200, some vintage effects there. So all of these came with the MPC Key 37. I didn't download any additional ones, but let's talk about that. And then I'll sample you some of the instruments and effects that come with this. Let's close out of here. Let's come into my preferences and activate plugins. So when it comes to, okay, it comes with 6 instrument plugins. We'll check out the plethora of sounds there here in a minute. Comes with a ton of effects, but can I add some more to it? The answer is yes. We have all of these. We have the Fabric bundle, which is Fabric, Fabric XL, Fabric Piano, some other ones. Organ, OPX4, Stage EP, Stage Piano, Studio Strings, lovely strings pack. These ones in green we already have on here. Mini D, I love that one. That was the free plugin that I got when I registered this. And then we have some additional effects in here as well. Flavor Pro, the new Chorus Delay Pro. So some really cool ones here. We could get the trial for them, or we could go purchase them online and then download them right through Wi-Fi onto our MPC Key 37. So that's what comes, or what can be added to it. Now, along with that, let's talk about the drum packs that come with this. So right now our track is set to a plug-in track. But if we change this to a drum track, let's talk about the third piece of kind of instruments that come included with this. And that is these expansion packs. So if we come into our sounds and we tap on factory expansions, this comes with the MPC factory content, which is 10 pages of these basically packs. And these are tied to our 16 pads over here. Now you can go online and you can buy a whole bunch more. There are a ton of expansion packs in all different genres, hip hop, techno, all different genres. You can go buy those, but just to check out a couple of these, there's just so many here. Supreme Kit 1. There's even some acoustic kits. Really cool stuff. Go in Neuro 128. Now, what's really cool about these packs, or these expansion packs, and in this case, the MPC factory content, is sometimes it's more than just a drum, right? If we want to stop that sound from playing, we just double tap on stop. But honestly, you could make an entire song just with this. So check this out. If I record, play start. It's going to switch into overdub. So we did that entire thing off one of the packs. Let's go check out a couple of additional ones here. And again, you could download and purchase so many of these things. So let's come in here and let's see if we even have an acoustic kit here, the AC Fat Kit. I mean, lots of options. Those come included. Everything you see here comes included with this, just a ton. Let's try a techno kit before we switch. Get lost forever. That's the drum track, the programs, and that's, those come included. But again, go online, you can buy a lot of different expansion packs. Let's go ahead and check out the instrument plugins that come with this, give you an idea of some of the sounds that come with it. I won't cover Mini D in this one because that doesn't come included with this. It could be one of the free plugins you download if you register the MPC, and they're still offering that. So I might play you a couple sounds from it. But let's spend the next few minutes just kind of going through these plugins and showing you what sounds are included. So Hype probably has the biggest selection. Each of these, so you tap on the plugin you want to load, and then these are the categories of sounds. So take a look at these categories. We have a ton in here. We've got choirs. And then within these are our presets, right? We have pages of these, so we can come in. Pretty cool stuff. Let's come back to our categories, check out a couple of additional ones here. Go into maybe Plux Lite. You'll notice there's some effects on the plugin. What's really interesting and powerful about the MPC line is, if you come back to our track, we have no insert effects. Our 4 insert effects are blank on this. So along with those, you also get effects built into the instrument. So again, I came over to Edit Instrument. You could get there through this Edit button as well. Here's all of my different settings for this. But if we come over to our effects one, check this out. We have delay, reverb, compression, pumper, limiter, all of that built into this plugin. So, one thing that you can do is save your inserts for maybe compressors or things like that you want on the track, but then tweak some of the effects in here. Come over to effects 2. If we said, oh, we want to take the delay and the reverb off of this and use those on our insert effects, enable those very quickly right from here. And then again, the tweaks are tied to our cue links. Really cool. Let's come back in here. Let's check out one more from the Hype catalog. And maybe we go with leads. Check out a lead here. I can't remember where it is, lead soft, this one. Great lead sound. Jump over to the next page of categories. Tons of stuff, risers. Could spend a long time here. Let's come back, check out tube synth. Here we've got just a smaller set of categories. Synths, 3 pages of synths here. Leads. Again, on the edit screen, we could make this ours by doing whatever we want to it there. Plucks, bass, come back down an octave. Let's come back over to Odyssey. Odyssey, some simple categories here. Check out Selena. We have, come in here, just do a few of these. Mellotron. Lots of different ones here. Not to spend too much time in all of this, bassline has a ton of basses. Then drum synth is an instrument plugin for drums. So this is different than setting your track to a drum track and using one of the expansion packs. This is actually a now you could select individually, or you could do the multi. And in this case, we come in here and we use the pads. Now, what's interesting here is you're only allowed 8 plugin programs at a time when you're building your project. So what I like to do is not use this one, personal preference, because it's taking up one of those 8. Whereas if I use a drum track, I can have that as a 9th track or more of those, and it's not taking up my 8 instrument tracks that I have here. So that's just my little tip there. And then last, we have electric, which is our EPs. Not as good as the Studio EP electric piano plugin. So if you're loving electric pianos, maybe grab that as your free one that you get when you register this. Again, I chose Mini D, which has a whole bunch of nice stuff in it. Well, I just screwed it up by hitting undo on that track. But you get the idea of how quick it is to come in, use sound, and get a beat down. What I love about the MPC Key series, a 61, 37, and I'm sure the other MPCs, while I haven't played them, they're probably the same, is getting ideas down quickly. So I'll get a song idea, I can jump in here, and in a matter of minutes, I can have that idea down, and then that can transpire into a whole song. So anyway, I kind of got carried away in the latter part of this video showing you some of the sounds, but it's because, one of the reasons I got carried away is because of the amount of sounds that are included with this. And the ones you can add to it just expand it even more, which is pretty crazy. And I love that you have an instrument that comes with a lot, but can be added to and expanded on as time goes on, especially as Akai continues to release new instruments. We'll be able to download those onto the MPC Key. So I hope this video was helpful for you if you're looking to pick this up, or maybe you already have it and you're just curious to get a little more detail on it. If you got any questions, throw them down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching. Stay inspired and keep making that music.